So indeed, the Orthodox faith here in Russia is noted for being just that, Orthodox. But that very conservatism is being challenged in Tula, a city some 200 kilometres south of Moscow. And we sent Ewan O'Neill along to find out what's stirring.
When you hear the word Christian music, images like this might come to mind.
I just want to live according to His will.
Or perhaps something more along these lines. But rap doesn't tend to enter the equation, especially in the Russian Orthodox Church. The body is, by its very title, deep-rooted in traditionalism. The same rituals have been adhered to for hundreds of years. Change is something that comes slowly and with a healthy dose of scepticism. But in the city of Tula, a few hours' drive south of Moscow, the church has decided to get with the times. With attendance among youths dwindling across the country, the Tulskaya diocese has decided to allow its younger members the opportunity to have their voices heard. And the way they've decided to do this is by rapping.
Хочет лучик проколоть небо, желтый лист опавший, смыть вверх, голос недоспелый стать.
Anton Panchenko, now 28, had been rapping on the streets right throughout his teens, but the religious angle with which his lyrics are now peppered didn't take hold until he was 20. The Tula region native says he's always been a believer, but a particular event, which he refused to elaborate on, made him change his rap style to a more church-centric one.
I guess I experienced something miraculous. Things began to change drastically. Everything inside me turned upside down. I like to go back to songs that I used to write, and there are some good things there. I was searching for some meaning. Of course, some things that I used to write about, I no longer profess.
After winning an international rap contest in Belarus a couple of years ago, Anton's freestyling has filled community halls up in Tula, encouraging a number of young hopefuls to take up the mic themselves.
Regular rap that glorifies drugs, alcohol and violence is wrong in my opinion. All songs should have meanings, positive meanings. Music should teach people the difference between good and bad.
The lyrics concentrate on local issues, stressing the church as a positive influence, especially when things seem hopeless. The Orthodox hierarchy also seem willing to go along with the flow. Despite a resurgence in the church after the fall of the Soviet Union, figures have fallen off dramatically in recent years, meaning things that may have been unthinkable in past years, such as mixing orthodoxy and rap, are now encouraged.
This form of communication is acceptable in church circles. Young Christians come together communicating through their own language. They talk about spiritual, religious things, the issue of eternal life, good and evil, retribution. They discuss all these things using their language.
The priesthood will also have a new member in Anton soon. The former engineer is in his third year of training at the Tula Seminary, 2 more to go.
I am thankful to God, and I wanted to do something for Him. It is not enough to simply go to church on Sundays. I hope to dedicate my whole life to Him, with all my strength.
Although Anton says as soon as he puts on his vestments for the first time as an ordained priest, his rapping days are over, stating the clergyman's life is just too full. But for now, at least the residents of Tula, home of the Russian samovar and burial place of Leo Tolstoy, can hear what may well be the future of religious music. To get to Tula, myself and my cameraman had to use a map. And when we got here, we discovered we're at the centre of Orthodox rap. But Anton didn't have things exactly fall into his lap. He had plenty of battles in his childhood, trying to open up on his rivals a sizable gap. But it's clear I've become less than witty, so let's leave it there. Ewan O'Neill, PTR, Tula City.